Ladies and gentlemen, Barry C here with another cryptocurrency video, and XRP slowly turning around, and it will skyrocket shortly because we are owed an alt season. Now you can go back, ladies and gents, and look at crypto from 2016 until now, and it becomes very, very obvious that there's never been a time in crypto where we haven't had a bull run, that first leg up, and then an alt season, which is the second leg up. There's always been that time in crypto. And you can also go back and look at XRP, and it's always performed in a bull run alt season cycle. It's always been the way. And we've already seen that first leg up this time round from end of October into November, heading into December. And we even saw XRP do really well at the start of 2025. So we have a good couple of months left to see an alt season play out. Now here's the thing, ladies and gents, you can go back and look at XRP in 2017, and you can see that there's always that extreme volatility. XRP went from 0.006 cents in 2017, so less than 1 cent a coin, and you go to 2018, and we had seen a variety of other cryptos pump, and XRP had gone up a little bit, but then when you get to 2018, towards the end of that bull run, you see XRP go parabolic and go way above $3 a coin. And what's fascinating is that XRP skyrockets towards the end of the alt season. But not only that though, you have to think about it, back when it was first listed in 2017, there was so much FUD around it because it was this whole idea of, when most people got into crypto, it was this idea of, it's back then especially, it was this idea of, it's something different. It's something that's an alternative to the typical banking or financial system. It was a different opportunity. And then XRP comes along and goes, well, no, we want to work within the banking and financial institutions. We want to work within the existing system. We want to see XRP adopted into the way we conduct finance. And that was the main reason back then not to buy it. And so you had all these so-called experts back then, and keeping in mind, in the very early days of crypto, we didn't have the type of information that we have right now. We didn't have, people on Crypto X and X Spaces, and we didn't have lots of YouTube channels. Most information was behind quite expensive paywalls. And so when you were paying for this type of information, you tended to trust it and believe it because, someone who was an expert, who was charging a premium, who seem to know what they're talking about, and then here they are saying, well, I wouldn't go near XRP because of the banker's coin. And then people, including myself, learnt the very hard way that when you're on the sidelines and you're watching a crypto that was quite unique go from less than 1 cent to over $3 in the space of less than a year, that's the kind of parabolic run that everybody dreams of. And so it's very difficult when you're on the sidelines to then suddenly try and buy in, because by the time you notice that it's actually moving, well, now you're not paying 1 cent for XRP. Now you're paying 50 cents or $1 or $2 or $3. And then here's the thing as well. This is the two kind of gut punch combo that everyone back then had to deal with. There was nobody back then charting bear market cycles because no one had ever seen one before. And so sure enough, we get to a point where XRP goes so parabolic that it flips both Ethereum and Bitcoin, and it becomes the number one crypto and market cap. And everybody's there going, wow, this is incredible. It couldn't possibly go back down, right? Not to the level we've seen before. And sure enough, we saw a bear market correction, the likes of which I don't think we've ever seen one as bad since. The market tanked like crazy. And so people who were there quite early on had to figure out quite rapidly that, what goes up must come down. And then you were in for 3.5 years of waiting, which once again, nobody was charting back then going, this is what the bull run bear market cycle looks like. Otherwise, there'd be a lot less panic and frustration and annoyance and upset and disbelief. And that's why I'm making this video today, because I'm seeing so many people panic and they're so frustrated. And I'm like, you can literally go back and look at how the last 2 bull runs played out. You have the benefit of the historic nature of charts. And look, I'm not really a big TA person. I'm just a very big common sense person. And so I go back and I look at the charts and I go, okay, well, I don't even look for me. I don't even necessarily have to look at the charts because I was, you know, there for those two bull runs and bear market cycles. I know exactly how they played out, and I watched XRP skyrocket twice. 2017 to 2018 and 2020 to 2021. And the only reason why 2020 to 2021 wasn't as impressive is because we had a Ripple versus SEC lawsuit. When you have top tier exchanges delisting XRP because of legal uncertainty, well, yeah, of course you're going to see, the price of XRP not go as high as you would anticipate, and it's going to stagnate, of course. But we saw a variety of other cryptocurrencies absolutely skyrocket. And then here we are now in 2025. And as we've seen in previous bull runs as well, that even when we're in alt seasons or before alt seasons kick in, we see dips. Happens all the time. And people always have the same sentiment, especially in 2020 and 2021, which was, it's over, it's done, we're not going to get an alt season, particularly with XRP, because XRP tends to pump later in the alt season cycle than other cryptos. And so you can imagine the added frustration of watching other cryptos pump and XRP's kind of stagnating. Now, we didn't have this time around. We had XRP lead the way in November of 2024. So we could be in a situation where XRP absolutely leads the alt season again, 2025. Now, my time frames haven't changed. I still look at, end of March, end of April as the end of the alt season. Now, I've changed slightly, and I think it'll be closer to end of April, maybe even end of May, because clearly we are being delayed in the start of that alt season. So I don't necessarily see the alt season being packed into, all of March and then ending by maybe first or second week of April. I don't see that happening. I think we will get to maybe end of April, first or second week of May, maybe even the end of May to see the remaining alt season. But here's the thing. The alt season, as far as I'm concerned, is still happening. As I said, there's never been a time where we haven't seen an alt season in crypto. If anything, after 2017 heading into 2018, that set the standard of how alt seasons are meant to be perceived. And that's the main reason everyone's in crypto. Like, nobody gets into crypto and thinks, well, I can't wait to hold for 3.5 years of a bear market cycle. Like, I'm looking forward to that. No. People are looking forward to volatility that far exceeds anyone's expectations. And people are looking at XRP, the number one crypto in finance, and they're going, well, look, I'm ready to see the volatility of XRP in an alt season. And I think the longer people are in crypto, they also start realizing that XRP has the greatest possibility of a utility run as well. And this is something that people need to keep in mind as well, is that, we have an alt season coming up. But then that's not the end of potential price movement for XRP. There's so many other cryptos that exist right now that don't have a potential of a utility run. So once they have their alt season, that's it. It's not going to magically change. And so you look at the potential of a utility run and you think to yourself, well, if banks and financial institutions around the world embrace blockchain technology, they're going to turn to the crypto that they have been trialing since 2017 and 2016. And that crypto is XRP. Now, I'm not saying banks are using it right now. I'm saying that they've trialed it in the past. And we've seen banks all over the world trial XRPs, cross-border payment technology, on-demand liquidity technology. And that's the thing to keep in mind as well, ladies and gents, is, banks have wanted to utilize blockchain technology for a while, but they're not going to take a chance on a volatile asset class like cryptocurrencies, where someone can make a post on X and then suddenly the market crashes, or somebody decides to wholesale, millions, hundreds of millions of dollars worth of an asset, and that tanks the market. Like, that type of volatility in the banking space would be catastrophic. And so you need a crypto that's specifically designed for the financial space, and that crypto is XRP. And you want a crypto that has already been trialed, that has the potential of handling the global transactions that happen in the banking and financial space. And so what I mean by all of this is that once banks and financial institutions go, okay, we're confident that we can utilize blockchain technology in the way we bank and conduct finance, they're not going to sit back and wait for someone to invent something new, and that's going to cause a whole lot more delays in testing. They're going to turn to the crypto they've already trialed, and that crypto is XRP. Now, it doesn't mean that once they use XRP, they're not going to do additional trials. Of course they will. But when we have, the President of the United States saying, hey, we want XRP to be part of a strategic crypto reserve, I mean, that's the beginning of a utility run. Because you're not going to have someone at a presidential level go, hey, we're going to pick this crypto out of thousands of others as an asset worth accumulating, unless there was something viable and something that could be utilized there. And then once banks have that confidence, going, wow, look, at a presidential level, they're talking about XRP, amongst some other cryptos, of course, but still XRP, then that becomes the first stepping stone into realistically looking at adopting blockchain technology into banks and financial institutions. And Ripple has been working tirelessly over the years, creating partnerships, growing and building their technology, so that when the day comes where banks and financial institutions go, we're ready, then they can go, look, this is how we utilize XRP. This is how XRP and the XRP blockchain can be utilized to run the banking and financial system. And that's why when you look at XRP and you go, well, it's not just about the alt season. It's not just about bull run volatility. It's about mass adoption and a utility run as well. And I don't see any other crypto that comes close to having the potential of a utility run the way XRP does. And look, I'm not saying that other finance-based cryptos don't have a place. They do. And they're absolutely going to be working with XRP. I could see projects like XDC, HBAR, Ondo, XLM. I can see those projects working in tandem with XRP. I could see them working to build and grow something special in multiple financial sectors, and that's all going to then work harmoniously with XRP and Ripple and what they intend to do with taking our financial system and modernizing it and improving it and updating it. And like I said, that all starts with XRP. That starts with mass adoption. And that's why I find it really interesting when, where we are right now, where people are so adamant that XRP is done, that there's not going to be an alt season, that we're not going to see a utility run. It's, look, whether people just don't understand what XRP was designed for and don't understand this idea of mass adoption. I think people understand maybe theoretically, but then it's one thing to understand the theory. It's like trying to explain an alt season to someone who's never seen it. If you've never seen an alt season, you can go back and look at charts, or you can listen to people like myself who have been in crypto since 2016 talk about it, and you'll go, oh yeah, that theoretically sounds great. But to sit there and watch your portfolio and the cryptos you hold skyrocket to prices that far exceed any expectations, that's a totally different experience. And I think that's the same thing with the utility run. We all know that at some point, banks and financial institutions will utilize blockchain technology. And we know they're going to turn to XRP. So then theoretically, we can sit back and go, okay, well, I could see how it could get to $100 or $1,000. But to see that actually happen is another thing. So that's why people who sideline themselves right now, who think that XRP is done, that's going to be one of the biggest mistakes you could ever make. Because you know what? At least we have the comfortability of a 4-year cycle. We know that XRP, if it just goes through alt seasons, bear market cycles, we'll have opportunities in the future to buy cheap XRP. But once we see utility run, once we see banks around the world utilizing XRP, there's no more bear market cycle for XRP, not the way we know it anyway. Once you're paying $100, $500, $1,000 for one XRP, you're not going back down to $1, $2, $3, 50 cents, 60 cents XRP ever again. And that's why it's so important when we have these opportunities where the market does dip, that we accumulate, and if we can't accumulate, we hold. And that's not financial advice, ladies and gents. It's the perspective of someone who's been in crypto long enough to see really cheap cryptos and really cheap entry points disappear forever. Because the longer you wait and the greater adoption we see, the more expensive a project like XRP becomes. And then you put yourself in a situation where you're not in the best situation possible to actually make some amazing profits with XRP. Now, ladies and gents, as always, none of this is financial advice. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you're curious about the other cryptos I hold outside of XRP, consider becoming a patron. Click the link in the description below, head across to my Patreon page, and consider becoming a Barry C VIP. There you'll have access to all my cryptos, as well as my buy, sell, and take profit signals in real time.